Now, next is the New Voice Award for young journalists who've made a substantial contribution to international journalism during the year. These are the three nominees.
Waad al-Khatib, Channel 4 News.
26-year-old Waad al-Khatib is a young citizen journalist from Syria, determined to document the horrors of the war. She taught herself how to film and stayed through the siege of Aleppo to document the human suffering. Within a few months, her reports had become the most watched pieces on Channel 4 News, seen by over 400 million people.
The teenage boy with the hat is called Mahmoud. He used to live upstairs. The baby boy he's holding is his little brother, Ismail Mohammed, 1 month old. His face is the only restful thing in this bedlam. But this is the sleep of the dead. Ismail was suffocated in the ruins, and Mahmoud doesn't want to let go of his brother's body. Aleppo is a place where the children have stopped crying.
Mei Jeong, Freelance.
Mei Jeong, aged 29, is a freelance magazine writer based in Kabul. Her work has been published in outlets including the New York Times Magazine, The Intercept and Harper's. This year she reported on the many aspects of the true costs of war in Afghanistan and won several awards for her work.
When Ahmad was deported from Turkey early this year, he came to live under a bridge in the western part of Kabul. The bridge, which spans a dried-up riverbed, has been an unofficial meeting place for drug addicts for years. But recently, men like Ahmad, men who cashed in their lives in Afghanistan for a chance at something better elsewhere, men who were betrayed by fortune and forced to return, have been congregating here to smoke up, shoot up, pilfer and beg. On a visit last month, it took some time for my eyes to adjust to the darkness under the bridge. Then I saw the bodies splayed over other bodies on top of islands of trash. In between the mounds of wasting men flowed trickles of water carrying garbage and excrement. Ahmad guessed that about half of the 200 residents were recent deportees.
Bel Trew, Freelance. Based in Cairo, 32-year-old freelancer Bel Trew delved into the region's underreported stories, combining gutsy reportage with months-long investigations. She was nominated for her work in The Times and The Daily Beast.
Mohammed, a pharmacy student before he became a soldier, tightened his grip on a battered Kalashnikov and anxiously peered out across no man's land towards the Islamic State fighters. He nearly died last year when suicide bombers targeted this checkpoint, the last one held by Libyan forces in the area. Allied to the rival administration that controls Tripoli, they are sitting ducks with no bulletproof vests or night vision goggles and wielding mostly ancient weaponry. ISIS fighters patrol freely in civilian cars. From time to time they attack the isolated checkpoint. 3 soldiers died recently when militants posing as civilians detonated a car bomb. The commanding officer said that they needed the 5-year UN arms embargo to be lifted urgently. We need the international community to equip us. The range of our rifles is just 500 metres, which is useless, he said.
To present the award, I'm delighted to have with us television presenter, journalist, my colleague on Unreported World, and a Paralympian himself, Ade Adepitan.
Thank you. Apologies to those of you who can't see me. I can't get up on this stage because the lift is broken. I think I might say to BAFTA that they can get some advice from Downing Street because I heard they have strong and stable elevators there, apparently. But yeah, I'm really delighted to be here because, most of all because my father, God rest his soul, would finally say, at last you are amongst professionals, journalists, and you've escaped from that crazy sport of basketball that you do. But seriously, some of the films and the journalism that I've seen today, it's just been absolutely incredible, and it confirms why I love documentary making and becoming a journalist so much, because they tell real life stories, you know, and they give a chance for people who haven't got a voice to be heard. And the nominees from this category have been exceptional, but there can only be one winner. And that winner is Mei Jeong. Unfortunately, Mei Jeong can't make it here, but we've got Frederick Claxton from Vice to collect the award. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, as you guessed, I'm not Mei, so you'll excuse me reading from my phone the message she sent. She apologises for not being here. This award is for the men and women of Afghanistan who shared their stories with me, even as they risked persecution, prosecution, or worse for doing so. In Washington, where I am, the fate of these men and women are being deliberated on by a team of American officials who have come to power with the new Trump administration. In an effort to figure out what America's foreign policy on Afghanistan will be, these officials have been discussing troop numbers, aid packages, radiuses of bombs. In making sense of a confusing situation, it is reasonable to gravitate towards numbers. But stories are almost always about people, and to capture what their lives are about, you need to stay with them a while. I would like to thank my editors of the New York Times, the London Review of Books, The Intercept, and Harper's Magazine for recognizing this fact and for letting me stay a while. Thank you.